All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hmm. Yeah. People coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Where am I boy? Mm. But we started like this.
Yo,
Luner Vessel.
a brother,
What's good, bro?
we here, we here.
Yeah, we here, man.
It's been a minute, man.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. It's been a long day.
Yes.
Long day. Was out
Today
all
is like
day.
Easter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. Listen, man. I mean, first, I want to say what's going on, everybody. It's yours truly, Oz'Mosis, and you top 10 to HMI Buzz Live tonight. We're going to have a very real conversations, a conversation that you don't normally see online like that. But I think I have the right person to start the conversation tonight, man. And it's very simple. You know what I mean? It's very, very simple. Simple question I'll be asking, is Haiti really out of control or being sold a narrative? You know what I mean? I just definitely want to get into that, man. I just want to start right here, man. We were talking about gang violence, instead of Haiti, right? We're talking about security, right? We're talking about you know the Haitian community, the fear of the Haitian community and the diaspora. We're
Mhm.
talking about the people in Haiti being displaced. Over 1 million people being displaced because of the spread of the gang violence.
Yeah.
This is it, man. Welcome. You have yours. I'm with you with Luner the Rebelutionist. The Rebelutionist. A very, very man. Listen, man. How are you, man? Talk to me, man. How are you?
I'm good, brother. I'm just trying to play my part, man,
Yeah,
and to see where I fit in, the most. So much happening in this world, whether
yeah.
it's here in the US,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's back home. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to think about. Me and my queen, we have these conversations all the time because it's enough to make a brother go crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest with you, bro.
I feel
There's
you.
too much going on, and as a Haitian myself, who's been in the U.S. living here for a very long time, and to know the opportunity that we've had ever since we were young. I came from Haiti ever since I was 9 years old, bro. Brother, I'm 50
Wow.
years old now.
Wow.
I'm 50 years old, brother. So I've seen a
I'm
lot
not
of
too far
changes.
behind you, bro.
I've seen a lot of changes, bro. A lot of changes happening right before my eyes, and
Yeah.
and as a Haitian, I have to say I'm grateful the fact that I am in the U.S. Because I can tell you, man, when I went back to visit Haiti, and I'm going to start with that because I'm from Paul. I'm from Paul de Paix. I'm from Port-de-Paix, and I was born in people from me when we all came from Port-de-Paix, but I grew up in the mountains in a place called Balade.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, the road to come from Port-au-Prince, like at the time when the airport was open, and to come from Port-au-Prince and to drive and pass Saint Mark, and the road to get to Port-au-Prince is crazy. That was
Yeah.
like my first experience. I would say my second time in Haiti since I left. And the beauty of it is beautiful. But to know where I came from and to know where I am now, I came back and I told my dad, Dad, if I never told you that I love you, I want to say thank you. Why? Because mwen kote m soti, where I came from, it
Yo,
was no joke.
machine passe là, machine aller.
Oui, mwen se
Machine
pa
aller, mais
lese.
la misère.
Gen kote wap mache se 5 miles per hour, frem. Ou pa ka kontinye ale vide. Non, telman gen wash nan with lunch. Bro, it's crazy. I'm talking about, I've never seen anything. This was my first time going to Port-de-Paix after I
And like
left for
since
years.
you were a kid, since you
Yeah,
were
so for me, I love Haiti. I love Haiti. I even told my queen, man, listen, man, I would want to retire to go to Haiti. I used to hear my mom and dad say they want to go to Haiti, build a house and live there. But I always used to say, why? I understand now. There's a spirituality that hits you when you step foot in Haiti. There's a
yeah,
connection
yeah.
I felt that I've never felt before. Like I felt like I was home. It's incredible. And I just came from Oka back in November, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, and it was the same thing. Whenever I am in Haiti, my spirit it nudges me.
C'est
Like
la
I
même
felt
bouton
there's
qui est
something
entouré,
bigger that
man.
I have to do. There's an assignment. I don't know what that is. I'm just a filmmaker. I communicate to people through films. That's the
Yeah,
best way I know how.
yeah,
Whatever I'm feeling, it's I put it in a film. So
yeah.
this is how I would say how God is using me, you know, how I still feel that connection to Haiti. And then I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of news about Haiti. I stay connected, and even in Telegram, I stay connected that way.
So let me ask you,
Yeah,
based on your recent trip to Haiti, what's really going on Haiti right now? Or what's really going on in Haiti right now beyond what we see on the media or on social media?
man.
From somebody who hasn't been over there, I haven't been in Haiti in probably good over 5 years. So, what would you tell me? What's really going on in Haiti beyond what people see, you know, online or social media, whether it's social media or what's being pushed to the Haitian community?
Well, first, I'm going to say I wish I knew everything that's going on in Haiti.
Nobody
There are
would be
there are
able
things that you
to.
you and I have no idea of
Yeah,
what's going on. And my queen always say, we never know what's going on behind the scenes. And that's the truth. We
yeah,
don't know. I don't know. We only see the stuff that they put in front of us,
yeah,
the stuff we hear,
yeah.
and we hear from so many different people. And this was why I felt so compelled to understand even more,
Yeah.
because now I start to get engaged. Bro, I'm
Hmm.
watching videos like 30 minutes videos and hours videos. This is stuff I'm doing on my own, where I'm
Yeah.
listening to different podcasts to understand. And
Right.
people always say, well, not everything on social media is truth. It could be propaganda.
Hmm.
Yes, I understand. Not everything is conspiracy. Some are. But if we're not taking time to listen, to hear from different people, to sit back and just listen, because I'm telling you, we might find one or two things, that we never even thought of. there's a
Yeah.
lot there's a lot of things that I was hearing about the gangs that I never even knew until I start listening, hearing from them and hearing
Hmm.
from some of the people that they don't support in any gangs, but they allow them to speak their their minds. So it's always good. It's like, think about when when you have kids. When two
Mm-hmm.
kids are fighting, do you sit there and just listen to one kid alone? No, you sit down with both kids
Yeah.
just so you can find out what's going on. And I think that's what we need to do as a culture,
Yeah.
is to be able to sit back and listen. And bro, I have done that for years. I
Yeah.
have joined some telegrams for that reason, because I want to make sure that I'm beginning to understand of what's going on, hearing from different people. And then as human beings, when you hear, right, now you must conclude in your own mind. Your intuition will say, well, this sounds right, this sounds wrong. I may not know the whole truth, but something, bro, your spirit will know certain things. And then there's some things that, bro, people say, well, we don't know what's factual or not,
Yeah.
which is true. We
Yeah.
don't know. There are certain things that's hidden. Nous pas jamais connaît.
Yeah.
But sometimes somebody can speak, bro, and you can hear when they're speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
God give us all intuition, and I know this is how we make judgment, bro.
Yeah.
How do we make decisions on a daily basis? We all have to make decisions. We have to hear and make our own decisions. Whether we're wrong, we're right, but I feel like every Haitian individual need to participate in these conversations. Because if we're not participating and try to get some kind of understanding of what's happening, of what's going on, then we just only hearing just from one person, that person, and then we not making our own assumption.
So from what I'm understanding from what you're saying, there's a lot more going on than what being portrayed to us, right? But at the same time, we also have to listen to the people speaking from over there, right? We have to
Yeah,
speak and just to try to make sense out of it. Even themselves, they might be in the dark themselves, right?
yeah.
So, I mean, from your perspective, what do you think people get wrong about Haiti, man? Although everything is going on right now.
Well, I can definitely say, and this is a conversation that I have all the time. A lot of people, a lot of my friends who lives here in the state, they
Yeah.
say, man, I ain't going to Haiti. Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
Why? All this stuff that's going on, the shooting, the gangs, and all of that, and their perception is what they see on Channel 7, other news channels, the propaganda, they fear they put into us, so
Mm-hmm.
we can never go back home.
Mm-hmm.
They there's a lot of that. There's a
Yeah.
lot of that. But what I'm finding out, like when I went to OCOP, for instance, bro,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we didn't get a chance to really explore OCOP the way we wanted, because we were only there for 4 days. We were actually shooting a movie there.
Yeah.
So the whole time we were actually busy. But OCOP is a beautiful place.
Oh man.
Beautiful place. I love it. Man,
Is
I
it?
I'm
Oh, come
telling
on.
you, I love Haiti so much, brother.
Yeah.
I start looking for places. I said, man, I would love to live there. I would love so I just feel like they put so much fear into us to
Mm-hmm.
make us forget Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
Forget Haiti. But guess what? You know what I always find out whenever I go to Haiti?
Yes.
I see white people, I see Indian people, Chinese people. They're all over there having a good time, enjoying themselves. And some of them got properties there. Because I think the very first time I actually, no, the second time I actually went there was a Chinese guy. We went to go see a friend.
Yeah.
The Chinese guy actually owned the whole entire complex.
Oh wow.
Everybody was renting from him. But you got a lot of people, especially within my family. I'm the only guy, and I have 6 sisters, and two are born in Haiti, but the
Mm-hmm.
rest, from my mom's side, they said they'll never go to Haiti because of the fear they put into them. But me, I've always been this person that I don't care what people say. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
go by the name of revolutionist. I'm a rebel. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna do what I feel is right, not just what you gonna interject into me to make me think that, oh, this is what it is. So I had to discover Haiti for myself and go back and bro, I'm so confident that I can book a trip myself and go to Oka and I'll be okay. That's how confident that I am. I told my queen that. I saw the process. The flight was about an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The areas that I saw, and bro, we were there like filming. Police saw us and everything. They came and said what's going on, and we were literally blocking the road. Like they didn't care. They just went around,
Yeah,
literally.
man. What people need to understand, like, although there's a lot going on in Haiti, I wouldn't tell people to just go over there without you having people on the ground that's really,
Yeah,
looking out for you. But
you
to
had to take a
think
few
that,
trips though. I had to
Mhm,
take a few trips to kind of understand because I felt like the more I went back,
mhm,
and because if you've never had the experience, like for instance, I'll never go to Mexico. Why?
yes,
Because I hear a lot about the cartels. I don't know much about Mexico. I wouldn't
yes,
even know where to even begin to go. You see what I
hmm,
mean?
yeah,
Until you start taking some trips or you
yeah,
know somebody who can show you some areas, then you begin to understand. Because think about it, Chicago, where a lot of people are dying, young kids got guns. Everybody got guns. So it's a portion of the U.S. It's not
yes.
the whole entire
It's
U.S.
not exactly, and
You
that's why
feel
people
me?
need to understand. You can't. It's not the whole Haiti.
It's
That's
not the whole Haiti.
nah, nah.
So the misperception that Haiti is, oh, you go there, you gonna die, or this is gonna happen. I'm not neglecting the fact that there's certain parts they don't have gangs. We got gangs in LA, California, right
Yes,
down here in Lauderdale.
yes,
Them little youngins,
yes.
bro, they dangerous in
Yes,
Lauderdale,
yes.
Fort Lauderdale.
Well,
I
and
even
that's
have
what
to
I want
say,
to get to. I want to get to that. Like, people really think the gangs control Haiti. Do you buy that? You think
I
the
don't think
gangs, although Port-au-Prince, probably 90% of Port-au-Prince controlled by gangs.
yeah.
I'll give you that. But I mean, think about it, man. It just that's just Port-au-Prince. But my thing is, you think Haiti really controlled by these gangs? These gangs that just put themselves there. They're so well equipped. They're so well armed. You know what I mean? All these technology they're able to use. They have complex communication devices to communicate all of that's going on. And like we don't make guns, do we? we
No,
don't
we
we
don't
don't
make guns.
we don't make
We
guns.
don't make
So
guns, and that's the
so
reality of it.
yeah. So it's being sold that Haiti, the gangs control Haiti, but to me, that can't be the truth.
Nah, come on, man. These are people who can't barely eat. And if they are eating right now, it's because they got guns. But where did they get the guns from?
Yes,
Someone is supplying it.
I mean,
Bro, this is the best analogy. This is the best analogy that I can use because
yes,
I watch a lot of films
mm-hmm,
and I've shared the same analogy with my queen.
mm-hmm,
That's if you've watched any hitman movie in the US, for those of you who loves to watch movies, and I'll take one, Jason Bourne.
mm-hmm,
That's one. He's a hitman. But if you
yeah,
remember the film, how he lost his memory and they turned this man into a machine.
mm-hmm,
But once he started to understand who he was, when he started getting his memory back, what did he try to do? He tried to leave that life, but not only leave that life, they came after him to trying to kill him. So now he had to defend himself and try to kill them,
yeah,
kill the head who made this machine, which was him. So
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying is these gangs that we are seeing, they are people, they are, I call hitmen. They
mhm,
were selected to create chaos in certain areas.
yeah.
By
I mean,
who? Certain politicians who are in higher position.
mm-hmm,
If me and you running for some sort of political thing, right? And
yeah,
I said, man, this guy, he's coming from this home, this town, and therefore is I'm gonna pay someone money, give him guns, and create chaos in his own home. And I'm going to say, man, this guy is talking about he's bringing order. to the country, but he can't even control the town that he lives in.
Yeah.
You see? This is
Yeah.
just one scenario.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not making any excuses for these guys, but when you got people who is dealing with hunger, they finish school, they can't even work. That's how people are living their lives, bro. In Haiti, ou fini education ou pas ka travail, you can't work. So now all you got is you got all this time in front of you. You can't eat, you can't work. So when
Yes.
you meet someone who says they're gonna give you a couple of dollars, and this guy who's the mastermind, that chef,
Yeah.
and he start recruiting people, what do you think
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna do? Bro, I saw two kids. They had to be no more than 7, 8 years old. They were caught by another group of gangs, and they were sitting in a car. And the other gang member was asking them, "Who sent you guys there?" They sent those two kids to spy. They
Wow.
gave them some money to spy on other gangs.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna name the gangs that they name, but they just say, "Who sent you?" And they say, "They sent us." Why did they send you guys? To spy on you guys. He said, "Why
Mm-hmm.
did you guys do it?" Because I need money. Because I need. And you know what the other gang did? He turned around and gave gave them some money. He said, "Look, this is a dangerous situation. Y'all should be home with your parents. Don't do this again. We could have killed you guys, but we're gonna let you guys go because y'all only 7, 8 years old."
Wow.
At that age,
Wow. I mean, my
bro,
thing
I
is,
see this.
my thing is, if we want to get to the roots of the problem, man, I remember I spent like a whole year in Haiti, and I think 2014, 20 like 2013, 2014, I spent a whole year in Haiti, right?
Hmm.
And Haiti, I would say Haiti, me, I follow hip hop. I'm a hip hop head. I would say
Yes.
Haiti probably the last country in the Caribbean to ever be on that gang stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was never like part of our culture. Just to be like the gang stuff would never like. I think the closest we started hearing about it when we had the Barricade Crew and Walk Farm. They were
Yeah.
going at it. But as far as gangs, organized gangs, like Haiti was never like part of the conversation when it comes to gang. But when I was there around 2013, 2014, and keep going 20, you kind of see it was leading to that. It was gonna lead to that.
Hmm.
This is that don't happen overnight. What's going on in Haiti right now?
No.
It's a long history of a lot of events that led to just having the gang taken over. For example, of course, you have a president that was assassinated, right? And
Yeah.
then and after his assassination, we didn't really have a government because the government was not in place because I guess all the polls were expired and elections were never done. So he died with no government,
Yeah.
no legal government. So what do you expect to come out of that?
When you chop up the head, bro,
Yeah,
if you
but
chop the
you could
head,
chop off the head. But if the head didn't even allow like the system to be in place because for whatever reason they couldn't agree or whatever it is they couldn't agree on political stuff, they couldn't agree on. So now it led to he's being assassinated, and none of the part of the government was legal.
hmm, the corruption was always there.
So you didn't have again Congress, right?
Hmm.
Ou pa gen piyes administrasyon ke vreman institusyon legal ki te legal. Paske
Yeah.
tout time yo te get expired. So what do you think was so you kind of see that it was gonna lead to that. I remember me and my friends my friend was doing a boxing event in Saint Mark, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yes. And
That's
shout out to Haitian Sensation. So we were doing that over there. Like I'm telling you, man, the game moun ki soti nan tout anti ki te vin participer nan baga la, gen moun ki te soti aux États-Unis, gen moun ki te
del
soti to
bagay.
Canada. I'm telling you, man, on our way back to go to the airport to go back, man, gen barricade baz, moun pa ka pase baz. Se nan moto, nèg obligé prendre moto pour
Yeah.
prendre moto pour pour nèg yo qui te passé après en bonne négociation yo qui te passé et pour you can aller we took the motorcycle for like 5-6 miles all the way
Yeah.
until we get to the other side et pour machine pour nous aller et non seulement sa machine qui était avec nous pas même qu'à aller cela veut dire nous t'es obligé ces machines publiques pour nous déployer
Oui.
right that's like 2015 it was already so to me it's like that was coming but my thing is right now what do we do what do we do what do we
It's a
do
very complex situation, man. Because I was telling someone I don't have the solution for this. You don't have the solution for this. And what I actually see a lot, brother, to be honest with you, I see a lot of different podcasts that are happening, whether they're happening in Canada,
mm-hmm
they're happening in the US, they're happening in Haiti.
mm-hmm
What I see, what I'm disappointed in, what I see is happening with this group of people, they really going off on each other. Going off. Like they can't have a different perspective, a different ideology without fighting, jouer l'autre. I'm literally seeing this thing. Like this division it's bad enough we already divided.
yeah
We all want the same thing. You want the same thing. I want the same thing. But the way we go about it, that's what I truly feel. Everyone has to take this thing personal. What does it mean to take this personal? What it means, the change has to come from within me. It has to come within me. What does that mean? That means I have to love you, respect you so much to the point that I understand the bigger vision. What's the bigger vision? You and I need to unite. We can have different ideologies. We can have different perspectives. I'm not going to like everything 100% that you're going to like about me. Like I'm not going to like everything about you. You're not going to like everything about me. But at the end of the day, we both Haitians, and we have one common thing. We would like to see a better Haiti. So I feel the conversations among us we need to be, like my queen always say, I need to be more empathetic. I
man
think that's the
I'll
word.
tell you man to take this home with you man just last Sunday
Hmm.
there was a massacre in my hometown.
Yeah.
I mean, the number that's floating around is around 76.
70. Yeah. 76.
76, 70, 70 to 76 people have their life taken by guns. And
Yeah.
then and then also houses were burnt down, and then blockage of the streets and all
Very
that
sad.
stuff. Me personally, I lost 5 cousins. Me personally, they actually stepped on one of my family's yards. So this is not. I lost.
Wow.
My aunt just buried 5 of my cousins last week,
That's sad, bro.
and Jean Denis, right? So those. I'm not talking about people I hate. People, just people I know.
Now, these are people, your own people that died through that
Just
tragedy.
like you say, ou sot loin baz. Ou kompren mwen sot nan ke
Hmm.
la tiboni la, sot an deyo baz. So that is we moving years, some years that could have easily been me or one of my, you know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
my family was touched. So we're talking about like Latibonit. We're talking
Hmm.
about like Latibonit. Gan no kone kunya kafe no yo la, le gen Gan Grif,
I've heard of them.
ki sot sa avyen. Non gen Kokorat San Ras,
I heard of
right?
them too.
Et puis non gen koalisyon, on goube le koalisyon,
Never heard
right?
of them.
Okay, so but a lot of it is really driven by money.
Yeah.
So it's not like people that they just have this hatred for each other and they're just gonna go. So it's really about want to have control of territories to see who's gonna be so that could collect taxes from the people passing by, or whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah.
So this is something like a reason I decided I wanted to start talking about this because like this is really hating from home. Like now, like my hometown, people people had to leave their homes,
Oh, they
and
actually
then
left the area.
and you see a lot of these people, they might go to Saint-Marc. So while Saint-Marc, ou apre un bon moun nan ap dormi nan la ri, ou apre un bon moun ap dormi sou plas, ou apre un bon moun, comment ça me dit là?
Yeah.
Because c'est là seulement on senti you're safe, right? So I mean, for me, it's like wap gade yon zon te kou la Tibonite lan. Next up, pi fola de yon neg yo pa kon, an bon nan neg yo pa men kazi yo kon li.
Yeah.
So la e di neg la li men, wap gade zam nek sa ki nan men nek sa to e ba zam ti kob yo etou. So make it make sense to me. Like who's behind all that? It gotta be somebody behind all that. It gotta
Somebody
be
who,
somebody. It gotta be a group of people behind who's basically having meetings,
you want,
coordinating and knowing exactly what's going on.
bro. There's a video I watched of the same guys who literally committed these crimes, and
Yeah.
I heard him say one of the main reason why they went and attacked those guys 3 a.m. in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys used to be in his camp, and they're
Yeah.
no longer friends.
Yeah.
So now he attacked them, right? 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it started. But I heard him say as well too. He says, "Oh yeah, we used to be friends, and I used to be at your house, and it was your wife who lives in the state who supplied me guns. Your wife who lives in the state who partnered with somebody in like an Arab country who sold the guns to her." Bro, like literally he's saying this.
Yeah. I mean, they're snitching themselves. Like, I mean, they're all over the
Literally
camera.
he's saying this. He said, "We used to be friends. Yeah, I know it. It was your wife who used to give me guns, and now we fighting. Da 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 da." So you already know it's people that's within the country, bro, who's dealing with people who's out in the state. These people, to me, in my opinion, do not love Haiti. Because if you did love Haiti, you causing more chaos. To me, these are the roots of the problem. Because, bro, if you think about it, if you're able to stop these people and know who they are, that's why when the US intervened and start arresting certain people, like how they got Mateli on drugs and somebody else, when they start taking people, bro, I'm sorry to say, but I'm happy. Why? Because these guys are not helping the country. Because guess what? If you stop all of these guys, even though these guys have guns, eventually they will run out of bullets. Where they gonna get bullets from?
Come on, man. Where do they
I'm just
get
being
bullets
real.
from?
I'm
No,
just, bro.
it's
If
your PR making that police show, Ribas.
listen, man, I'm telling you, they pour retirer neg sao, the head, neg cap supply your friend. Bon, pas même besoin de neg yon rien. Because if they don't have no bullets, guess what? They just got empty guns. You're finished. So,
So,
so, so, qui ça va le faire?
neg kite nan group neg ou da de yo di kit kaya, no mi se li
Ken, yes.
Ken nan li menm se ti moun jan de ni dapwe sa map nan de. So Mr. Kone, what was going on? Gen
Yeah,
le gon shortage de bal jan de ni
the ball.
kone sa.
Mm-hmm.
Se sa ki fe li menm yo chwazi lè sa ya pan payi paske yo kone pa gen ou pa ka gou men ba.
Yeah,
So somebody on the inside, but beside the fact, of course, their arguments, it's like, même l'autre groupe là, tout, yo subi en bande de l'autre groupe là, yo ba raison yo, et que l'autre groupe là seulement, coalition seulement, en bas, en leadership, en moun yo le ti mépris, c'est eux même qui qu'on a toujours, fait moun yo passe moun nan zone pa yo passe misère, so you were more like they're trying to put it like it was more like retaliation. But for me,
yeah.
if you look deeper into it, I think there's like the coalition, maybe they have 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they're playing both sides of the ball. So, I mean, of course, there's a lot. You just listen. I'm just listening to different narratives and listening to from them, like those guys that were committing the crimes and some of the things they were saying themselves. So my thing is, man, it's like, okay, kote zon yo la pou moun yo si moun yo vle vraiment vwe ta gen sécurité ou pas ka gen sécurité base, man. I mean, how big is really Saint Mark or like toute région la Tibonite là? I mean, pour faire tout le monde ça yo peur nan Perez, ça pas avec la caillou, ça pas.
Mon cher, imagine nou, bon te dans de OCAP at one point, nèg yo te try yo start on bagay la, nèg yo coupe ça sec frère.
Non, mais
Police yo pas
tout
jouer de
rêve
bagay
nèg
ça.
yo men. C'est tout gros ville yo besoin parce que nan la tout nèg yo bat koyo là, y a passé Jean Denis a fait ça, qui bo besoin, c'est Mark yo besoin. C'est Mark nèg yo besoin point. C'est Mark nèg yo bien contrôle.
Mon cher, ça vrai, m connais tout nèg yo mette focus sur gang yo vrai, but Jean M la frère. De pou retire tout nèg ki nan tête yo frère k'ap supply by so mon cher nèg yo pas gen ballon court, nèg yo just gen zam, that's it, yo pas ka rien. That's it.
Non, I mean,
lò gon zam ki pa gen bal, ou pas gen bal, qui soit pas shooter là.
Ou pas ka shooter, ou ka bay moun coup de zam, ou pas ka bay coup de balle.
Ou ka bay coup de zam. Mais mon cher, c'est ça m'kwe, c'est ça m'kwe. Même pas ka djou qui jan ou ka fait joindre moun sa, but if they really want, they can. And I know, it's not the U.S. problem, but at the end of the day, how they have been investigating, quand yo pran boulos, yo pran essayer de lot nèg, I truly believe si yo continue kon sa frère, it's a start. It's a great start. It's a great start, man. This is just my personal belief.
No, I mean, for me, I mean, yeah, the easiest thing to say now is really holding the gangs accountable.
Yeah.
By all means. But you have to know that what created the path for those guys to even emerge. Parce que si pa gen, I mean, ou ka imagine, sou non état de anarchy. C'est moun ki gen zam nan, c'est les mêmes kap, n'importe quoi de passe. C'est moun ki gen plus zam nan, c'est moun ki gen plus, et les mêmes kap gen pouvoir. So ça dit, si ou pas ka dirige. So, gade kounya la, nèg yo pat kon ki jan pou yo mettre taxe. E ba nèg sa yo vini la, yo kon ki jan pou yo taxe moun. Mais Timale yo taxe. C'est Timale y a taxe. C'est la problème nan. But at least, yo établi taxe yo carrément. Soit passer là, ou al vendre, ou al nan marché, faut payer ou machine à passer. Imaginons, moun nan gen nou sorti aux États-Unis, ou sorti bois Saint-Marc, ou prend bus pour aller pour mettre ou prend bus sur le cap pour aller Saint-Marc. Bus nan les mêmes faut le gon cop pour la payer nek ça.
Comme fais-moi comprendre ça ven parce que moi j'aime ka comprendre pour qui ça que nous pas gen police dans toute zone.
Toute zone gen police.
Toute zone gen police. Tu y a taxé moun comme ça?
Toute zone gen police bay. Tout zone gen police a plus fort nek ça ou pas quand dire mais c'est là ou par contre pour que moun nèg yo travail base mais.
La terrible man.
Ou par contre pour que c'est tout zone gen police.
Quand vous m'appelez dans OCAP, l'aime te OCAP mon cher. Moi ouais police chaque temps frère, dans chaque zone, dans chaque coin.
Yeah.
Comme gen on paquet touriste dans zone nan, moi on paquet police activité.
Yeah.
Mais c'est même gens encore ici, si pas gen police presence non zone, qui soit pensé pas le faire. Là on n'est pas le font crime. Think about it. Yo gade quelle police qui dans chaque poste, côté policier en gens nèg yo en vent nèg yo fait crime nan. So qui n'est pas de côté qui pas gen autorité, pas gen police même, you bound for something like that to happen.
Nah, man. I mean, it gotta be something going on.
That's just what I believe.
Faut qu'on l'autre bagage qu'a fait ma konne parce que bagage dit Parce que nèg yo fait nèg yo met visage yo de yo, nèg yo comment ça me dit là mais pas rien caché. Nèg yo parler ça yo fait, pas rien caché. But
Nèg
still
yo
nobody can
TikTok
touch you.
everything. C'est ça. Bon, où est ça dit là? C'est ça me dit moun. Me dit comme ça si nous vraiment besoin connaît ça nèg ça a dit, al dans TikTok nèg yo follow nèg yo wap tande, nèg yo lage tout bagay de yo. Et me connaît yo dit comme ça parole gang ou pas ka faire confiance, mais gon paquet d'informations nèg a mette de yo après. Qui me ka dou nèg yo don't care. Nèg yo don't care. Et sou vraiment tande gen se de bagay wap tande wap vin comprendre why nèg yo nan situation yo ya frère. Yeah man.
Man,
I'll tell you man.
Bon, pour moi,
Yeah.
man, I feel like the Haitian diaspora. So, what is our responsibility?
Mon cher, m'baka dou. Gen yon ti dam gen konnen k'ap fè un programme Haiti. Côté Mamzelle avec on like a contractor k'ap bati de se de kay, you know, Haiti mais you know, m'kwa y ap commencé au cap by ça. Yo gen plan pour yo create jobs, pour yo gen apartment and this and that. Ça son moun ki kan ap isi fè kay ou ka dil bati même 300 houses.
Development, right?
Yeah, development. So bagay sa ou bon, but at the end of the day, ça me toujours dit, m'te pose l'on question. Mes questions m'te pose, mais m'a kwel te répondre question bien. Kon pa ket moun kal Haiti, kal bati. Mais yo bloqué en pile se de moun tou. Côté tellement gen politique, for whatever reason, je sais pas tout moun ki ka sorti ici pour aller Haiti, yal bati. Faut konnen pour al follow protocol. Et c'est si yo vlo la tout. Et m'tande nèg yo di que c'est de nèg mon cher lo konnen ou al Haiti ou al bati ou al fait se de bagay, yo mette moun pour chou même. Bon ça font lot. So on pile se de bagay que nous pas konnen et m'konnen m'gon zanmi qui te créé un petit m'gam cadeau un produit comme ou konnen Haiti moun zone qui pas gen lumière yo. Côté c'est ki on le ba kerosene
Panel solar?
yeah. So by ça quand fait you know quand di fait so mi se créé on bagay ti yo do solar energy qui gen radio ou ka charger téléphone and so on. Mi se te fait même combien like maybe 5,000 frère pour aller Haïti pour aller vendre by ça pour les démon yo at a like very low price. Low price. Pour qu'on ça dit monsieur, li pas capable. Yo dit monsieur comme ça on seul monde qui gagne droit. Pour yo bring solar energy Haiti frère. Et moun ça c'est dans China. C'est ça monsieur dit ma tête. Bon moi tout produit en dedans ka monsieur yo bal pépé frère. Monsieur fait bagay ça pour mener bay ça Haïti. Yo dit monsieur comme ça, li pas de café. Et qui moun qui vire qui fait même produit ça monsieur te fait, I think it was Songe Bank qui allait yo fait même bagay là il allait continuer à vendre.
So it's not a free for all. They tell you it's not free for all. I mean, think about it, bro. When we talking about the Haitian diaspora, can you imagine how many like older elders who want to at least go over there? Their dream was to build a home,
Yeah.
You know, the dream home in Haiti. And then, you know, at some point go to Haiti and, you know, pour faire tirer ça, kounya la, qui pas ka descendre à Haiti. You can imagine tout combien de monde qui vivent ici, qui gen kay pa yo, qui bandi prend juste.
Moi ouais ça frère. Moi ouais ça non.
Combien de monde qui gen kay yo ici, yo dépenser tout l'argent yo fait et puis on moun just vini dit tout moun sorti kay yo ça ba yo kay yo. Can you imagine that?
But aucun samedi tout Haïti a pas même. Si yon moun pral bati, moi-même, m'pa bon menti. Si m'pral bati yon kay, m'ap descend au cap. Why? C'est là m'dale moins remel. Pap descend pour le prince. Why? Ou déjà connaît les nèg yo commencé gourmet, yo ti yo pral boule, de pou gen business ou gen kay, you done.
We done.
So, wap oblige chercher development nan say des zones qu'on connaît that's not gang infested. That's just my opinion about the whole thing, friend.
Yeah,
Because
man.
remember, there's only a certain section of Haiti that's being affected. It's not the whole entire Haiti. But si la police nan zone sa ou pa met pied yo a terre pour yo protéger zone qui pa gen gang yo, there's a possibility.
Have you been to Latiboni?
Latibodi, I have not been. I have not been.
Have you been to Bonai?
I've been to Saint-Marc.
You've been to Saint-Marc, so you've been to Latiboni.
I love Saint-Marc.
Saint-Marc, c'est juste une petite ville dans Latiboni. Saint-Marc, c'est
Oui.
ville dans Latiboni, c'est Saint-Marc avec Gonaïve.
M'te fait one night, no, 2 days. M'te fait 2 days live because I was going to party pet.
So, si Saint-Marc la gen an HMI Buzz, moi regarde tout reste vont pour quitter Saint-Marc pour arriver Gonaïve. I mean, everywhere else is not safe.
Really?
Yes. That's what we're talking about. Ou va gen femme ou zanmou ki soti liankou?
M'gon sel zanmi ki soti na m'gadou go naïve.
Ou pa konnen zone yo ele liankou, on kote liankou?
Non.
Liankou son zone, c'est li pa loin avec Jean-Denis. Liankou, sa mwen yon mwen avec moun liankou, yo même yo bati, moun Jean-Denis bati, c'est Marc yo bati, moun liankou yo fait tout ba fait bel ba fait la caillou. OK? So là, il dit la gen passe même 2 ans, passe combien là, tout moun liankou pa karete, tout quitte zone nan net, tout bagay moun diaspora nan kou bati, tout bagay, tout zone nan just tout moun just bay quitte zone nan net. Ou ka kompon men? So la e di men, it's like, yo, like, mwen gen zanmi mwen ki sot liankou, mwen tou ap di yo, man, mwen ki tou ap di yo ki jan sa frape m. But not knowing Haiti, Jean-Denis was going to be next. So a lot of times, you know, we see things happening in different areas just because it's not really from our hometown. So we no, it's just a matter of time.
So ça passe nan Jean-Denis pa jam fait déjà?
No, Jean-Denis ba zone.
So this was the first?
Yeah. Jean-Denis a bati zone liye men. Ou mwen sa mdi la, Jean-Denis a bati zone liye bazwen. So I di men, men kote Jean-Denis, local, kote Jean-Denis situé, you know, where Jean-Denis actually is, you have to understand, like, it's a very strategically, geographically, it's very important to the whole region of Latiboni, where Jean-Denis actually is.
Gotcha.
A lot of all the, you know, town connect, you know, to it. So yeah, man. I mean, yo, we could be talking about this all day, man. About
all day, man,
violence and how that's going on and whatever, man. But me personally, I know for a fact, I believe by Gangna is just next hour is just travail.
Yeah, they're working for the higher up.
I mean, c'est travail. So Zarizi, we already know they're not the problem. We know they're not the problem. Like, whatever we have to do to get out of this political instability, to have a stable government, whatever steps that need to be taken for us to get to that point, like, that's what's going to have to start happening so we can have control and we could have actually security. But we know for a fact the gangs, they're not the Haiti's problem. Because although, yeah, they could do a massacre here, there, but they're not even doing that every day.
Well, this is the argument that I'm seeing online on social media.
Yeah.
A lot of people are blaming the guys with the guns, and a lot of people say, well, they not the root of the problem. It's the people, it's the supplier. Bro, did you ever watch this movie, this American movie called what's the movie? The guy from Face Off, where he and his brother went into the gun business. They were selling guns to everybody. They were going to Africa selling it, and his brother ended up dying. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
No,
It's
no.
I can't remember the name of movie. When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
Yeah.
That movie really tells you, bro,
Yeah.
how how him selling this gun, bro, the government had a lot to do with that, bro.
I
Literally.
mean, come on, man.
They
Nobody.
were
You tell me
selling guns
somebody would come.
to,
Nobody goes to Haiti do stuff without you have to respond to anybody, bro. You
yeah.
can't just go and do things without have to respond to anybody.
And that's why I said, bro, it is the root of the problem. You if you chop the head, the guy's gonna have nothing else. They just gonna have guns, empty guns, and that's it. But
Yeah.
at least that will minimize the problem, bro. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
If
I
you
mean,
can get them. Bro, that's like you giving me an empty gun. What am I gonna do with it if there's no bullets? When
nah. I
you're
mean,
watching an action film, we see this a lot. The guy started shooting, and all of a sudden he run out of bullets. What does he do? He throw away the gun. Yes or no?
yeah. Because you have no
Because it's
without book.
useless at that point.
It's
He has
useless.
no more ammunition.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you that it's a easy thing. I know it's complex. The most
Nah, there's
complex
no
thing,
easy solutions.
in my opinion, the most complex thing is to find these individuals.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you can find the head person, if you can get to him, let's
Yeah.
say if you grab one gang member, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get them to talk and get that person to talk. And I know it's an operation that it's not an overnight operation, but that's how you do it naturally.
Yeah. I
Who's going to
mean,
fund it? Who's going to put the money behind it to make that happen? That's
it's gonna
another
take a
thing.
while, bro. It's gonna take a while.
But this is just what I believe. I can just speaking out of what I
Yeah.
think is right in my eyes. But at the end of the day, that's just what I feel like bro. If something happened, if somebody did something to me, and knowing that he has a bigger boss, bro. If this is where I need to start, I'm starting from down. I'm starting from down there, bro,
So
to
do
get
you
to the higher, bro. We see this in movies all the time when they're looking for the root of the problem,
do you see a way out? Do you see Haiti actually? Are we being realistic if we say Haiti can be saved from this?
bro.
Or-
One, anything is possible. One is
That's
anything is possible. I always believe I'm an optimistic person, and
very optimistic.
I
Yeah.
think I will
Mm-hmm.
die being an optimist. But number two, if they really want to, they can. That's all I'm gonna say. If they really want to search for these people,
Yeah.
they can. Just like when the United States wants to get somebody, they go to the country and they kidnap them, and that's it.
So let me
If
ask
they
you, what do
want
you,
to, they can. In my opinion, I don't think they want to because that means they'll be losing money. Corruption brings money. A lot
man?
of people are banking on corruption.
We have to understand, it's a big business.
Of
The
course,
drug trafficking is a big business. We talking about I mean the drug trafficking. We talking about guns, selling guns. This is a
big
big business.
business.
We talking about. I mean, think about it, man. We talking about people wanna basically promote fear. That's a big business.
Hmm.
Promoting fear is actually a big business. Trust me, man. I know it would take a long time, man, but this is just the beginning of the conversation, man. I definitely want like for us to do a couple more. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that,
I,
but
I like to hear different perspectives, and we gotta have those type of dialogues to
yes,
hear from different people.
yes,
Um, I always believe two heads is better than one. The more
absolutely.
people we can get and share ideas, and you just never know. I always just feel like if we don't talk about it, we don't discuss it, then it means we just don't care and we stay silent about it.
Yeah, because a lot of
Ain't
us in
nothing
there.
being done.
a lot of us in the diaspora, so sometimes you have the impression that some people they're just watching. We just are
And
we
it's
just
therapeutic
watching
for
what's
me.
going on,
It's
or we.
therapeutic for me. What we doing here is it's therapeutic. Because sometimes, bro, you got to talk about it. Like my girl, know I'm overly passionate about that stuff. I'm overly passionate about it, bro. Like it's just they
So what do you
certain
think?
people
What do
they
you think? What do you think, from your perspective, could be done for us to move forward as a people, man? I know it's easily to say, "Yo, we need to unify." We need unity.
bro.
This or that.
Honestly, bro, I've said it already, and I'm gonna say it again, bro. The smallest thing, what I'm seeing on the radio, is people raging against each other, cursing each other out, literally fighting on the radio, bro. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm seeing this happening, fighting in the comments, hating, cursing each other. Like it doesn't have to be this way. So for me, it's about we have to show love and respect one another. I have to value your life so much that I respect you,
Yeah.
that I love you, and because I respect and love you, that
Mm-hmm.
I can be able to hear what you have to say without me forcing a threat on you. And I'll make it and I'll bring it to light. Look what's happening in America. So much hatred to the point where we can't even exercise our freedom of speech without somebody pulling out a gun and shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting the next person because they have a different political views from the next.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So to me, that's a big way. That's a starting point because I think if everyone take responsibility on valuing the life of the next person. Why?
Mm-hmm.
One, he's black, he's Haitian, he's my brother, that's
Mm-hmm.
my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore is I can't think of harming this individual. We have to
Mm-hmm.
value the life of one another. Until we start valuing the life of one another, and that goes for everybody, even the gang member.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to come to a
I mean,
point.
think about it. It's a suicidal at this point. When you're at this point, like if you part of this game, let's say you take this guy Kinkin, like, or
Yeah,
whoever. So what's your future like when you put
there's no
yourself out
future,
like that? So
bro.
whatever you
If
think
I'm
you're gaining, like what are you gaining? Qu'est-ce qu'on a besoin là? Alors fin fait tout ça yo. I mean,
listen, man, these guys, all they know is what's happening right now, and it feels good. It feels better than starving. It feels better, bro. When you got a pistol in your hand and you can eat with it by harming somebody else. You only got to do it once, and it feels good, and it becomes the norm. And when that becomes the norm, where you have no fear of death, bro, you become a dangerous man.
and
So
I ain't
that's
take
why I
and you ain't
said,
take your
you
job back.
chop the head of the snake, they ain't gonna have no more bullets. You don't even gotta worry about them. Find the head of the snake.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Listen,
telling
man.
you.
Um, Luner, man. I know we could have been talking all day, man. I mean, I want let tell people, man, what you do. I know we should have done a lot of that stuff in the beginning, but tell the people
Well,
where to find you, man. And although we're coming back here, but at least they could follow some of the stuff that you were doing already.
Well, definitely you guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook. My first name is Luner Eugene, and my Instagram is Director Luner Eugene. And I have one of a kind name. If you put Luner, you will definitely find me on Instagram, Facebook. My YouTube page is Universal Film TV. I am a writer, producer, director, and we have a film that's going to be coming out called Queen's King. C'est mka do se premier film ke m'bral fè, ke m'ka dou ki gen Creole la dan.
Yes.
And it touches some parts about some gangs in Haiti as well.
Oh,
Literally.
nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
Nice.
the project, it's coming from the point of a Haitian American who's trying to
Hmm.
make it in the music, but he's falling victim to the street life.
Oh
Something
wow.
that I experienced when I
Sounds very
was here in
interesting.
the state. Yeah,
Sound
man.
very sound very interesting, man. Man,
So
thanks
during the
for coming,
summer,
bro. Thanks
Gonna come
for.
out, man.
So we typing. We typing in. I'll let you know. We're trying to see when we'll be able to do it again sometime very soon, man. And for us to
Yeah,
continue the conversation, I want it to be a three-part conversation because for sure. I mean, I feel like if like you say, man, we gotta talk about it. I've been silent for a while. I've just been just not paying it saying
yeah.
much at all for
And
a long
bro,
time.
you know it's your music. Your music. It's how we connected. I used to
Well,
listen to y'all a lot, bro.
listen, man,
I wasn't even in the music yet.
yeah, listen, man, and a lot of stuff, the music was about. We're still dealing with that today. So, and
Exactly.
I feel compelled that it's time for us to for me
Yeah.
to put a different energy out there, put a different
Yeah.
narrative out there about what or I might see it differently or something. Let me bring somebody that might
Yeah.
see it differently. Let's start the conversation. You know what I mean, man? Thanks a lot,
Yes.
bro. Thanks a lot for coming, making the
Nah,
time,
brother.
man. I know you're a
Anytime, man.
busy guy, man. I know you're a busy
Anytime, my
guy.
brother. I
But thanks a
love my
lot, man.
people.
So salute to you, and I'll let you know
Yes.
we'll try to see when we can do it again.
Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. Anytime, man. Love you, brother.
Love you, man. Peace.
All right, my guy.
Yes. So at the end of the day, it really gang violence, Haiti out of control. I don't know. Lack of unity. I don't know. There's a lot we can say, but I want to hear from you. What do you think? Like, what do you think, what needs to be done for us to get somewhere? Share your thoughts on Haiti's gang violence, the state of Haitian politics. I want to hear from you. This is HMI Buzz Live with yours, Oz'Mosis. See you next time. Let me see. I'm gonna play a little music. Well. Et puis pas qu'un fait noir tout lui, mais, yeah. Pas d'expliquer dans cette machine-là avec Facebook. Moi, ça passe là dans la machine-là, qui a fait des mouches. Dans ma show et tout, tout genre de nous. Dans ma show, tout le monde a pour manger, nous. Yes. Tout le monde alimente, oui. Des paroles. Souvent, j'en ai ni. Souvent, j'en ai ni.